Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Real Madrid FM23 beta series. We are coming close to the end of this series, and today we're going to take a big step towards it because we've got the Spanish Cup final. If you are enjoying the series and looking forward to FM23, my full series, which is going to be coming soon, I've made a decision on what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing Build a Club. We're starting in the Vanarama National North or South Division. I'm going to let FM23 randomly pick a club from one of those divisions for me. Whatever team I get, pick a random team for me. From those leagues first is the team I get. The only ones that aren't eligible is St. Albans, because we've been there, done that. As much as I did enjoy it, I was very tempted not to leave them out. If we get them twice, then we'll probably take them. And also Kidderminster and Telford, because I've done them too many times offline. I don't really want to go back to them just yet. Since you were last with us on this series, which was when we beat Dortmund and Getafe, we followed up our win against Getafe by playing Real Betis, and for some reason, they thrashed us 4-1. I've got no idea where that came from. It was a mauling. It was 4-0 by half-time. We bounced back with a 2-0 win against Mallorca. However, since then, we've lost to today's opponents, Atletico Madrid, 1-0. We drew with Sevilla, and then we drew with Inter Milan. So it's been a little bit ropey for us in recent weeks. And we need to bounce back today because we've got the Copa del Rey final and the Champions League second leg against Inter Milan. Our lineup for the Cup final. Courtois is in goal. A back four of Carvajal, Militao, Rudiger and Mendy. Modric as a holding midfielder with Valverde and Milinkovic-Savic in front. Then we've got Rodrigo on the right, Hazard on the left and Benzema up front. Rodrigo has the ball on the left-hand side. Plays it back to Rudiger and then forward to Mendy. Back to Rudiger again, and then forced back to Courtois. Early on, I mean, this is literally a minute and a half in. Atletico have had a corner, but other than that, nothing has happened. But you wouldn't expect much to happen this early on. Ball down the wing, finds Milinkovic-Savic inside to Rodrigo. Switch of the play to Mendy in space. Can he get a shot off? Puts it. How's Benzema not scored? Mendy has just put the ball on a plate for Benzema. And he's managed to hit it straight into the keeper's leg. Griezmann skips past Carvajal. Ball comes in, but it's headed away by Militao. Milinkovic-Savic out to Rodrigo on the right-hand side. He's going to have a little run down this side. He's got Koke trying to battle him, but fends him off. Benzema hits the post. Modric heads it down to Valverde. Can we create another chance? Two big chances for Benzema early on in this game. Rudiger on the ball here, across to Militao, and then back to Rudiger. Valverde. We're controlling the possession in this game. So far, it's been 55% for Real Madrid. Carvajal gets a ball down the ring to Rodrigo. Can he get a ball back in? He's brought down by Llorente, and apparently that's a penalty. I'm not sure that was a penalty. The referee, on the other hand, is very sure it's a penalty. Well, fair enough. Benzema steps up against what I assume is Jan Oblak. It is indeed. Benzema sends him the wrong way. We lead 1-0 in the cup final. Is this trophy number one on its... Well, number two technically because we won the Super Cup, but it doesn't really count as a trophy. So is this trophy number one of a potential treble? I'd like all three. Half time, it remains 1-0. As you can see from the stats just there, it has been all Real Madrid. We've had 6 shots to their 3, but the XG is hugely in our favour. Admittedly, that's skewed by the penalty, but despite that, we're still ahead of them. Militao brings the ball down, plays it inside to Modric and then forward onto Mendy. I say forward, it was more sideways to Mendy. Mendy tries to run in space, gets tackled from behind by Correa, and then tries to cut back, but Rodrigo de Paul manages to nick the ball. Molina inside to Koke. Llorente from deep. Tries to find Correa, but a good header from Mendy to deny him. Hazard over the top to Benzema. 1-on-1 with Jan Oblak. That's 2-0. That is a stunning goal. Get out of here with your offside. Oh, it was offside. I was convinced he was on. Well, that's mean. It's a lovely ball over the top. Oh, to be fair, he's a good couple yards offside. I'll give him that. Modric is going to come off for Cruz just because of his yellow card, and we're also going to bring Hazard off for Vinicius Jr. on the left wing. Throw in at the back here. Carvajal throws it to Cruz and then back to Carvajal. Don't do anything stupid. You're on a yellow card. Thank you very much. He plays it out sensibly. Rudiger brings the ball forward. Was that an outside of the bus? But outside of the buzz? Outside of the foot pass? What on earth has just happened? Rudiger plays an outside of the foot, not buzz, pass down the wing, which for some reason the defender just decides, nah, nothing's coming of that. Vinicius Jr. goes, okay, I'll just jog past you, and puts it past Oblak. Very bizarre goal. And I think it was Savic who just watched that happen. And if you're Atletico Madrid manager, you would be absolutely fuming with him. We're going to make a change here with Odriozola coming on for Carvajal. Unfortunately, we only get 3 subs in the Copa del Rey, even though we get 5 in the league, obviously. We've got less than 5 minutes of normal time to go, and we've got a goal kick. Militao lumps it forward to that's poor, and we've very nearly given Atletico Madrid a really simple goal. Luckily, it went wide. Mendy now has a very late throw-in. He's going to take his time on it. Throws it to Benzema. Back inside to Valverde. Gets a shot. It deflects into the path of Rodrigo. 3-0. Game over. We're champions. Courtois is stood on the ball at the back. Plays it short to Militao. We've given the ball away to Sal. That was unnecessary. As is this. But it's a horrendous attempt to score from their striker. Full time. Let's go and lift ourselves a trophy. Real Madrid, Copa del Rey champions. How many times is that in their history? I'm going to take a wild guess at probably about 49. Because Spain is a bit silly. And eventually, do we still get one of the players doing a little dance? We do indeed. There he goes. And up goes the trophy. 3-0 in the cup final. Easy as you like. What we need to do now is to head on into the next game, beat Inter Milan, and head to the semi-final of the Champions League. You know what? They beat Atletico 3-0. Let's go unchanged for the game against Inter Milan. Also, just a quick note, I don't think I've mentioned it on camera. If you wonder where David Alaba is, he's broke his leg. Çalhanoğlu with a free kick early on here. It's headed poorly away, and Gozens managed to get a header off, but Courtois with a pretty simple save. Like when we played Dortmund, home leg second, and we dominated against Dortmund. It would be very nice if we can do the same thing, although Lukaku's just managed to nick the ball. Militao with an important interception there. Rodrigo gets down past his man. Tries to come in field, but can't manage to quite do so. Milinkovic-Savic wins the ball, though. Carvajal down the wing to Rodrigo. Inside to Milinkovic-Savic. Through to Benzema. Great chance. 1-0. Completely different Karim Benzema than what we saw in the last game. Last game, it took him a penalty to score. This time, 1 chance, 1 goal. Very questionable why we didn't get this Benzema in the last game, but very happy that he showed up today. Rudiger plays the ball short to Mendy, and then down the wing finds Vinicius Jr., who brings it down wonderfully. Can he get a cross in? Does so, but it's to Milinkovic-Savic, knocks it down to Carvajal. Shot is blocked by his own man. Then a cross is blocked, and Modric beats Calhanoglu to it. Milinkovic-Savic back to Modric. Can he dictate play from deep? Goes towards the wing. Then back inside to Valverde. Curling shot for Handanovic with a save. Vinicius Jr. hits the post. It hits Benzema and then falls back to Handanovic. Very, very nearly. A clumsy 2-0. Carvajal throws the ball short to Rodrigo. And then he gets tackled by Lautaro Martinez. That was worthwhile. Valverde wins that early on as it tries to... Brozovic tried to switch play. Valverde got his head in the way. And Benzema with a pretty mediocre shot wide. Half-time, we're leading 1-0 on the night, 2-1 on aggregate. We've had 11 shots to their 5, but as you can see, their 5 not been causing us a lot of trouble. Despite the fact that they've all been in the box, they're very low percentage chances, which is nice to see from our perspective. We'll absolutely take it. We'll head out into the second half and keep doing what we're doing. Calhanoglu with a free kick sends it out to the left-hand side of the box for Dumfries. Cross comes in. Guzans with the header. And straight after half-time saying we're going to keep doing what we're doing, we've been undone by the simplest of plays by Inter Milan. And they are back on level terms. Why is Modric marking him? Calhanoglu with a free kick from deep this time. Militao heads it away. Vinicius Jr. brings it down. He's going to break with it. He's running it through the defence. Go on, all the way. Put it in the back of the net. Oh, good save from Handanovic. We get a corner, though. We are dangerous from corner kicks. So let's hopefully see that danger come to fruition. Modric stood over it. He's got men at the far post, which is where he's aimed it. Rudiger heads it, but Handanovic with the save. Calhanoglu with a free kick. Courtois falls into a save, sends it behind for a corner. That is such a dangerous person to have stood over a free kick and over a corner as well as the ball comes in. Militao heads it away, only as far as Oliver though. Back to Calhanoglu. Chance for another cross here. Sends it all the way back to Gozens at the back. We're going to have to bring Militao off because we can't risk that yellow card. So Hernandez replaces him. And then we'll bring Hazard on for Rodrigo on the right-hand side and then swap him and Vinicius Jr. over. Got a highlight with just seconds on the clock. 2 minutes of injury time remain. Brozovic has the ball. Finds Lautaro Martinez. Gagliardini hits the post. Mendy clears it away. That might not be full time because we've got a corner now. We've got a chance to get this into the box. Modric sends it in. Can we find a last second winner at the Bernabeu? If you take the free kick in this century, we might. Here we are. Ball comes in. Hernandez can't head it goalwards, and we are going into extra time. We're going to have to make changes here. Benzema's basically dead on the pitch, but he's going to have to deal with that. Odriozola's coming on for Carvajal. I wanted to make a change in midfield, but I just can't figure out what to do. We'll bring Cruz on for Valverde, and then Modric and Milinkovic-Savic. We'll just swap those guys around a little bit in midfield. Odriozola throws the ball into Toni Kroos, and then he turns and plays it to Milinkovic-Savic down the wing towards Vinicius Jr., but he was just never going to get there. It's back with Handanovic now, and then Acerbi receives it from him. Ball out towards the right-hand side. Dumfries brings it down. Forward, Rudiger puts in a good foot. Ball through towards Benzema. Dumfries has kicked him into Milan. Down to 10 men with 8 minutes to go. We didn't have enough time. We are going to penalties to see if we can get to the Champions League semi-finals. Benzema is going to step up first. At the Bernabeu. Sends the keeper the right way. I went to say he went the wrong way. He didn't at all. But Benzema finds the bottom corner nevertheless. Brozovic is up next. Against Courtois. Sends him the wrong way. And it's 1-1. Eden Hazard now. Steps up. And finds the bottom corner. The revival of Eden Hazard project is still on. It's still coming to fruition, and he's continued that with that goal. Mkhitaryan tries to Panenka it. The cheek of it, and Courtois just catches it, no problem at all. Modric steps up. Oh, he tries to blast it down the middle. Handanovic has saved it. Well, it was worth getting the advantage for a few seconds, wasn't it? Macrell steps up. Courtois catches the penalty. He went for power into the top of the net, and Courtois just catches it, no problem. Vinicius Jr. with a penalty that I think, no, it doesn't send us through. I thought for a moment it sent us through, but it means Inter Milan have to score. And they don't. Semi-finals, here we come. Real Madrid. What's that? 3-1 on penalties into the Champions League semi-finals, where we're going to play one of Ajax or someone. It was Ajax or RB Leipzig, and it is Leipzig that we will play in the semi-final. And then if we beat them, it's Manchester City or Liverpool in the final. Now, in the league, we are 9 points clear at the top. We should be absolutely fine. My plan at the minute is we're going to come back for Almeria and Leipzig, unless it's Celta Vigo that would be the game that could clinch us the title. Then we'll do Leipzig and Vigo. If we claim the title before then, we're just going to live with it. But the plan now, Saturday, Champions League semi-final. Monday, hopefully, Champions League final. Tuesday, the main series. Pick a random team and we will get them to the Champions League. If you've enjoyed that, please do leave a like down below. Let me know, do you think we can win the Champions League this year? Subscribe if you're enjoying the content, and thank you very much for watching.